Maddie, and today I'm having a walk along the seaside. There are lots of waves, sand, and look, there's a bird drying its wings in the breeze. And what about that building over there? Do you know what it is? That's right, it's a lighthouse. It helps boats and ships that are sailing nearby. But do you know how a lighthouse works? Let's find out. How does it work?
Lighthouse.
Lighthouses have very important jobs, and that's to be seen by ships that are far out at sea. And so the ships can tell which lighthouse they're looking at during the day. Sometimes they're painted with different patterns, so you can tell them apart from the other lighthouses that are nearby. Can you see what colour and pattern this lighthouse has? That's right, it has red and white stripes. Lighthouses have to be tall so they can be seen by ships to warn them that there are dangerous rocks or shallow water nearby. And this one is 26 metres high. That's about the same height as 5 giraffes standing on top of each other. But the most important part of a lighthouse is the bright lamp that shines on the top. That's why it's called a lighthouse. And that lamp is called a beacon. At night, the lamp can be seen for miles around. And like lighthouses are painted in different ways, the lighthouse's lamp flashes in different ways. This flashing pattern is called the character, and it's marked on special maps that are used by sailors like this one. It's called a nautical chart, and that means that when a sailor sees the lighthouse and the pattern, they know which one they're looking at. This helps them to work out where they are. And this is our lighthouse just here. We can see its name, the Haysborough, and its character is written on the chart too. And that's what this means. Can you see the numbers written on the chart? It flashes 3 times every 30 seconds. But how does a lighthouse make a beam of light that's so bright it can be seen by ships in the night that are miles away? I think we need to take a closer look. A lighthouse's bright light is called the beacon. When it's dark outside, or it's foggy or stormy weather, inside the lighthouse, a sensor sends a message to a computer. The computer switches on the beacon and controls the flashing character of the lighthouse. There are 3 flashes of light, then darkness. The 3 flashes happen every 30 seconds. The light bulb is inside a big glass container called a Fresnel lens. The Fresnel lens is made from hundreds of pieces of specially shaped glass. The glass makes the individual beams of light from the bulb bend and reflect to make a more focused beam of light. The glass pieces also magnify the light, making it bigger and even brighter. The Fresnel lens points the beam out at sea so that ships from miles around can work out where they are. Wow, a lighthouse is really clever, isn't it? And I've been given a special permission to show you inside the lighthouse. But to get to the top, we have to climb 96 stairs up this spiral staircase. Hello! You coming up? Oh, wow. This is the lantern room. And a lantern is a type of lamp, and that's just what the beacon is. The views are incredible. This is Peter. Hello, Peter.
Hello.
He's the lighthouse keeper. He looks after the lighthouse, and it's his job to keep the Fresnel lens nice and clean. And here it is. Just look at all of these pieces of glass. Peter has given me special permission to go inside the Fresnel lens. Wow! Wow! This is the light bulb, and really, it's not that big. But let's see it in action. Peter, can we switch it on? Wow! It's pretty bright, but remember, the Fresnel lens makes it much brighter and more focused. And that's how this light bulb can be seen by ships from 14 miles away. But I don't have a ship to see this lighthouse from.
Up and away! This is a special flying camera, and it's called a drone.
This is Alex, and he's going to fly the drone and move the camera that's on board using this controller. Okay, Alex, let's see it fly. Whoa, it's really loud! Sounds like a swarm of bees! The lighthouse looks incredible from up there. We can see the flashing pattern, the character, really clearly. Here it goes. 1, 2, 3, and it's off. Wow. And now it's flying out to sea. The drone is so far away, but we can still see the lighthouse really clearly because of its red and white stripes. I loved finding out how a lighthouse works, did you? What was your favourite bit?
Can you remember what the special flashing pattern is called? That's right, it's called the character.
Did you hear the sound that the drone camera made when it took off?
And did you see how amazing the lighthouse looked on my special flying camera?
I love to watch the sea when the waves come into the rocks. Can you see how the water goes all bubbly when the waves crash? It's a bit like a bubbly bath.
But have you ever used a bath bomb to make your bath bubble?
Bath bombs are great fun because when they go in the water, they bubble and fizz and turn it bright colours. But why is a bath bomb bubbly and fizzy? Do you know how a bath bomb's made? Let's find out.
How is it made?
Bath bomb!
To find out how a bath bomb's made, I've come to a bath bomb factory. Wow! Look at all these bath bombs! Don't they look great?
Look at all of the colours. There's even a multicoloured one.
Bath bombs are quite hard and they're solid all the way through. So how does something hard become fizzy and disappear when it's put in water? This is Brittany and she's going to show us. Here they make bath bombs out of 2 main ingredients. This powder called bicarbonate of soda and these granules called citric acid. If Brittany puts some bicarbonate of soda in some water on its own, nothing happens. If she puts some citric acid in some water on its own, nothing happens. But what do you think will happen if we mix bicarbonate of soda and citric acid in some water together? Wow, look at all the bubbles. It's even bubbling over the top. The bubbles happen because when you mix bicarbonate of soda and citric acid and add water, a chemical reaction happens. Can you hear it fizzing?
The fizzing happens because the chemical reaction makes carbon dioxide bubbles, which pop.
The same chemical reaction happens when you put a bath bomb in water. But to turn the ingredient into a bath bomb and make the bubbles last longer, everything has to be hard and dry. So let's find out how they do it.
Brittany starts by putting the ingredients into a mixing bowl. Next goes in this white powder.
It's called cornstarch and it's made from corn. The corn is ground up into a really soft powder and it holds everything together.
It also helps the bubbles last longer when the bath bomb goes into the water.
The mixture's really starting to come together, but it looks a bit plain and it doesn't really smell of anything. So Brittany's going to add something called fragrance.
Fragrance is used in lots of different things to make them smell nice, like your clothes when they've just come out of the wash.
To brighten up the bath bombs, we're going to add some colour using this powder called pigment.
And a special liquid called a wetting agent.
The wetting agent makes the mixture feel a little bit like wet sand, but it will go hard really quickly. Wow, now we can really see the pigment. The bath bombs are going to be bright pink.
Now it's time to make the bath bomb shapes.
Brittany does this using a mould. You see, it's the same shape as the bath bomb. Brittany scoops mixture into both sides, squishes it together, and you end up with a donut shape. And here we are, 15 strawberry pink bath bombs. Now they have to dry for 24 hours. That's a whole day and a whole night. And aren't the colours brilliant? This is our strawberry pink one. They've gone hard, solid like a rock. But what will happen if we put them in water? So we can get a closer look at the bath bombs fizzing, I'm going to use my special waterproof camera and put it inside this container of water. This is a special waterproof camera, so you shouldn't do this with your camera at home. Here we go. Okay, let's put the bath bomb in. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Whoa, can you hear that sound? It's like we're underwater with the bath bomb.
Wow, look at all of the pink bubbles. The bicarbonate of soda and the citric acid are reacting when they hit the water. And it smells really good too. I loved seeing how bath bombs are made. What was your favourite bit?
Can you remember what it's called when the citric acid and the bicarbonate of soda mix to create lots of bubbles? That's right, it's called a chemical reaction. Did you hear the sound of the carbon dioxide bubbles popping? And did you see the bubbles fizzing underwater on my special camera?
So the next time you have a bath with a bath bomb, you'll know how a reaction happens between chemicals inside the bath bomb and the water, which makes it fizz and pop. And if you go to a beach and see a lighthouse, you'll know how it works to help ships even when they're way out at sea. I'll see you next time.
There are lots of things all around us, exciting